Marker.
This is feature filmmaking on a micro budget with Sorry We're Dead. Hey, Alex Zaitchik here, writer-director of the indie dramedy Sorry We're Dead, and welcome to my little series about some of the details and decisions that went into finishing my first feature. When we were filming Sorry We're Dead, we ended up needing some very minimal VFX in post-production to clean the film up. We didn't have the budget for any real VFX though, so what you're going to see are some very simple fixes. The biggest VFX moment in the film is probably this hole that Hammer the cat supposedly goes inside, or comes out of. We never actually see the cat go in or out of this hole. We just see Lana trying to coax him out of the hole, and then cut to her holding him. But still, when it came time to shoot her coaxing him out, we realized that we had planned to take the grate off this vent on the house, but we had never actually figured out how we were going to do it. There was no obvious way to remove this grate, no easy screws to undo anywhere. We were already behind schedule and didn't have the time to figure out how to carefully remove it, so I decided I would just remove this grate in post. Here's the hole I whipped up in Photoshop. Upon trying to add it to the film, I realized it was a very subtle camera move, a tilt, so I also had to track this so it moved with the very subtle camera move. Here's how the final shot looks in the film.
I got gushy food. Huh?
Next up, here was another simple one. I needed to create a shot that I could cut in between these two shots.
That was legit.
The problem was that we didn't shoot a piece of coverage that was meant to go here, because I ended up recutting the scene quite a bit from the original script and editing plan. So I ended up taking this shot and mirroring it, and then having my VFX friend Hitoshi take out this lectern, because I thought that would help sell this shot as looking in a different direction. And here's the final shot as it is in the movie.
That was legit.
It's not perfect, but it worked for our needs. Next up, here's a bit of VFX we did to safely create the moment that Lana zaps this hard drive in the microwave. First, we locked off the camera and recorded the full scene without the microwave even plugged in. Then, we rolled the shot with an iPhone inside, but microwave still unplugged. The iPhone was set to flash the flashlight when someone called it, so we called it and recorded a few of these flashes.
Go for it. Nice. I think that's it with flashes.
Then we took the phone out, plugged the microwave back in, and recorded just the microwave running.
All right, action on myself.
I then cut out the running and flashlight version of the microwave and layered or composited it over the microwave in the full live action take. Then, when she starts the microwave, I could easily swap in the footage of the microwave running, and when the sparks need to fly, I just threw in 3 frames of the iPhone flashlight going off. And then we cut to a close-up where the microwave isn't even plugged in, so we can have the hard drive safely inside without any concerns. Here's how the scene looks in the finished film. Pretty simple, right? Finally, in this scene in Lana's room with Lana and Bertha, these over-the-shoulder shots let you see a little too much of the foreground actor's mouth. As the scene was rearranged and retimed in the edit, it meant sometimes we would see a character's mouth in the foreground move when they weren't actually speaking, or otherwise their lips just weren't in sync with their words. We solved this with a very simple split screen here, and would select a moment in the scene where this character wasn't talking or was reacting in a way that we liked. All of these moments would have cost us more to fix on set or by reshooting, rather than using these very minimal post-production tricks. I know fix it in post is this sort of filmmaking joke, like, oh, we can fix it later, and everybody's usually moaning about how annoying that is, but there actually are times where you can fix something a lot more quickly in post than you could on set, and it's useful to have an understanding of those moments and utilize that when you're trying to do something on a real low budget. That's just the kind of stuff you have to do sometimes on a micro-budget film like this one. Alright, check out some more of these videos to learn about the making of Sorry We're Dead, and check out the film itself on platforms like Amazon, Apple TV, Vimeo On Demand, or for free on Tubi. See you next time.